Hi, and welcome to Living Well. What is it to be living well? Well, living is in large part wellness. So this show has been created to tell you everything you ever wanted to know about your health, but your doctor forgot to tell you. So when you call up that doctor, you know the one, doctor, everything will be all right. Instead of asking him how much of your time is left, ask them these questions. The questions we ask today to a group of wellness experts, each with a story to tell. Joining us on the show, Dr. Victoria Hill, a chiropractor with a unique approach you just have to see and experience. We will show you, though. Dr. Joel Lopez to talk about anti-aging medicine and preventative cures. And Marie Ortiz, owner and general manager of Super Slow Zone Silver Creek, to discuss taking exercise at a different pace. Their expertise meets our questions right now on Living Well. And we begin today with Dr. Victoria Hill. Doctor, welcome to the studio. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Let's start out with a little background on your practice and how your approach to chiropractic helps your patients. It's something you're passionate about.
Oh gosh, it's just so exciting. What I do it just gets me up in the morning, and I can really just focus on being present with my patients and listening to what their needs are, and then going forth and helping them out in any way that I possibly can.
It is something you want to experience. The best we can do right now is show some folks. So Wellness Secrets video crews recently visited your office, and let's go inside to take a look.
Okay.
The one thing that I really love about Dr. Hill's program is that it's really a wellness program, a total program.
She actually came to my house. I don't know many people, doctors, that would actually do that.
The approaches that Dr. Hill has used with network chiropractic have been very effective for me personally.
What are you up to? How are you feeling?
Up in the neck area used to be real tight.
What I'm so passionate about is helping people find that power within themselves to create change in their lives. So that is really the juice that gets me up in the morning, and I just love it. I specialize in network spinal analysis, which is a healing technique that teaches your nervous system and your body strategies to release tension, to be more flexible, to reconnect with your body. This is still tight, a little bit better. As your wellness chiropractor, you can be certain that I'll help you create a foundation of well-being and vitality in your life.
I would most certainly recommend Dr. Hill to other people.
If you're looking for a wellness doctor that cares, that is incredibly talented, Dr. Hill is my choice.
When you leave, you really feel great, and you feel like you can tackle the rest of your day.
So it looks like something out of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You're making something happen there. What are we looking at there?
Well, basically what we're looking at is a network entrainment. Essentially with network care, what we're doing is connecting with very light and gentle contacts along the spine. It's just enough information to allow the brain to look within inside the neural unit and to reorganize. And as that happens, then tension starts to unwind in the system, and we go on from there.
Well, let's back up here. What do you consider to be the overall benefits of chiropractic care? Why is this important?
Well, the overall benefits of chiropractic care are numerous. We're a self-healing, self-regulating system, and if there's any type of interference going on, and that interference basically comes from stress, it could be physical stress or emotional stress, that stress or that tension builds in the spinal system, and the muscles of the back, the bones of the back, and eventually what happens is it causes interference or a vertebral subluxation.
Well, here's the thing. There are very different specialties within chiropractic care.
Sure.
What is it about your specialty, network spinal analysis?
Well, we work deep in the nervous system, so I'm right in the central nervous system, making contacts that allow the brain to find areas that it's disconnected from.
Now, I guess the question I have is, if you can make something right by gently touching it, could somebody accidentally make something wrong and move something out of place?
Well, if you have some sort of physical trauma or injury, certainly, but just to, if you touch yourself on your neck, no, that's not going to do it. Basically, during an entrainment, we have an energetic exchange. I have maybe 40 people on, 4 tables in my office, and then myself, and we're all have an energetic exchange with one another. So I'm very present with that person, and I'm in contact with them. It's a very honoring space. I mean, you have to be very present with them, and I'm just making these very gentle contacts and very specific access points to gain access into their nervous system, and that allows them to unwind the tension in the spinal cord, and from there everything else follows.
People that fly a lot or sitting at their desk a lot
yes.
get sciatica or other maybe carpal tunnel pains. How does this help with that?
Well, because we are building a deeper connection with the body and allowing the body to just unwind. Those muscles when a person is under care, the muscles start to loosen up, their posture changes. I change posture 50% in 8 weeks of care. No, that's unheard of. Flexibility, the muscles soften. So yeah, any type of musculoskeletal type of complaint a person might have. And then the added benefits with care is that as you progress through care, there's more emotional, psychological changes that start to occur. Because we're a neurological technique, we're actually moving the person from their lower brain, which is that fight or flight.
Okay.
When you're in fight or flight, you're in the lower brain, which is strictly survival. But as we move a person into peace and ease and flexibility, they're going into their cortical brain. So that's where decision making starts to change, that people are more creative. It's just your whole view, your whole environment starts to change. How you perceive your environment changes. So it's a totally different game.
I can tell you that, fight or flight, it's happened to me again.
Yeah.
Cut off again by some guy in a Porsche Cayenne with
Yes.
New Jersey plates. Very upsetting. Let's let people know, though, how to get in touch with you. And for more information on Dr. Hill and her practice, please visit wellnesssecrets.tv. And if you want to visit Dr. Hill's office in person, just call that number on the screen. All right, you're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older. Coming up, we will talk anti-aging medicine when Living Well continues. What you might want to know in moments. Welcome back to Living Well. We're here with Dr. Joel Lopez. Dr. Lopez, welcome to the program. Let's talk about your background, your specialty. What is age management medicine?
Age management medicine is the field of medicine that deals with the signs and symptoms of aging and how to reverse these processes as we age.
So you're like 20 years old, right?
I'm 43, actually.
So you don't look a day over 25, let's say.
Thank you.
Do you practice your own form of medicine?
Yes, I do. I believe that I have to be a good example so that I incorporate this dietary and lifestyle changes. And in fact, I do use bioidentical hormones as well.
All right. Well, let me tell you, Wellness Secrets video crews recently visited your office. Let's go inside and show the people.
Sure, thanks.
If it wasn't for Dr. Lopez, I would still be with those horrible migraine headaches.
Dr. Lopez really listened to me and asked me questions and really is interested in helping me in my overall health.
If it wasn't for Dr. Lopez, I would have an open heart surgery.
Is this our new client here? One of my passions in life is helping others, and I know it sounds cliche. However, being in the medical field, and in particular in the holistic field, I see people getting better if you treat the cause or the causes of their illness rather than just treating the symptoms. How did you feel after the first IV treatment? For me, wellness is not just the absence of symptoms or signs of illness, but the presence of balance and harmony among a patient's physical, mental, emotional, social, and environmental well-being. Give me 5. How you doing? One of the greatest comments that I get is that I give my clients hope. I also give them options for a second chance in life. And this is not just by giving them dietary or lifestyle recommendations, but giving them encouraging words.
So by coming to you, I feel a lot better.
It's not just me or them, but we're partners in healing.
Dr. Lopez, if it wasn't for him, I don't know. I really don't know what would I do. He's able to change people's lives from being miserable to being extremely healthy and happy.
I love that Dr. Lopez wants to treat my whole body rather than just put a Band-Aid on the condition or the symptom.
Well, you heard the patients say that they had migraines, might have needed open heart surgery. What are you doing to help these patients?
Well, we're trying to get to the root of the symptoms rather than just treating the cause, or rather than just treating the symptoms. So I look into like nutritional deficiencies, toxicities, and basically getting to the root of the problem. For instance, if a person is depressed, regular doctor may give an antidepressant, but I would look into magnesium deficiencies or possible like mercury toxicity, because this could cause depression.
Yeah, and some of this can be hormone
Yeah.
imbalances.
Yeah, exactly.
But aside, from addressing hormonal imbalances, what are you looking for beyond that?
Yeah, there are a lot of possible causes of aging, and besides hormonal imbalances, there's chronic toxicity, there's nutritional imbalances, as well as chronic inflammation. So we try to address all these issues, so that way we could get optimal results.
So you're about working on prevention instead of waiting for a cure. Why is that important?
Exactly. Well, based on statistics, 25% of the health care is spent during the last few years of a person's life. So it's better if we spend this money on preventing illness and having a greater quality of life.
And you're also about personalizing medicine. Why does this matter to your patients?
Well, my belief is that everybody's different, so my approach to one individual would be different from another.
So it's different, for instance, than going to a large hospital and being, is that in more like a factory setting, or are you able to bring it down to be like the bistro of this kind of medicine?
Yeah, well, basically, what we do is there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Yeah.
Now, we talk about anti-aging medicine. You see athletes, for instance, using human growth hormone to regenerate faster in workouts and be able to play better in some cases. How does HGH relate to your line of work, and what are we talking about there?
Okay. Well, there's a lot of politics involved in medicine, but if you basically just address imbalances rather than just giving this for improving performance in an athlete, then you should be able to give a person better service or give them better results.
Well, what are some of the success stories that we see with anti-aging medicine? What works for people in this regard?
I've seen a patient who had depression for years, and we found out that his testosterone levels were actually low. So rather than giving him antidepressants, just giving him testosterone actually lifted his depression and actually improved everything else, such as his sex life, his relationships, his body composition, so more muscle rather than body fat.
How much does sleep relate to this, getting the proper amount of sleep?
Yeah, sleep is essential because that's when you actually regenerate your body.
Okay, so it's not just a look at what medicines you might help provide, but it's sort of a shift in lifestyle that you work with patients on.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
basically what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
All right, hey, if you want to know more about the doctor's practice, well, please visit wellnesssecrets.tv, and if you want to check out Dr. Lopez's office in person and personalize an approach, if you want a consultation, do not hesitate to make an appointment by calling that number that you see on your screen. All right, coming up later in our show, we will talk to Marie Ortiz about a unique approach to fitness where you take it slow. Stay tuned. Doctor, thank you so much. Welcome back. We're here with Marie Ortiz, owner of the Super Slow Zone at Silver Creek. Why super slow?
Well, it's difficult to talk to you about why super slow with actually not putting you on a machine. But super slow, in essence, means going extremely slow in order to achieve the best results for building up your strength levels.
We can't get on a machine at this moment, but we can go to the studio, and Wellness Secrets video crews recently visited the Super Slow Zone. Let's take some folks inside to see what you're doing.
Well, I think Super Slow Zone is unique because of the limited amount of time that you spend actually working out.
I'm actually able to feel that I've achieved a really good workout.
You stay laser focused here, and they help you attain your goals.
Here's how we're going to spend the next hour. We're going to establish the results that you wish to achieve. When you first come into Super Slow Zone, we sit down with you and we talk through, first and foremost, what your fitness and health and lifestyle profile is. We go back in history and we bring you to the present. We next sit down and talk through your overall goals and objectives. That's all before we bring you in and train you how to do the exercise. Then we customize that program for you.
Okay, keep going. Breathe, breathe, breathe.
I have so many people who walk in the door and they'll say, I didn't think I was going to make it today. I didn't feel like it, but once I got through, I was so glad that I came in and it went so quickly. I feel proud of myself that I'm done with it. It makes it easy to fit it into your life. It's almost a no excuse type of exercise.
I found that it's very worthwhile and I see results almost immediately.
Well, what makes it unique is it's only a couple of times a week and it's a shorter workout, but it's a much harder, intense workout.
The facility is beautiful, the instructors are professional, and they really care about you achieve your results.
Super Slow has been around since the 80s. What are you doing in this workout? How's this working?
Well, think of your muscles as a type of window to your body. Your heart lives to support the muscles. The lungs live to support the muscles. If you make your muscles strong, your heart, your lungs do not have to work as hard. So we focus on stimulating the muscular growth mechanism in as short and efficient an amount of time as we possibly can. It's safe. You have an instructor with you the entire time, and it's customized to the individual that walks in the door.
And it's focusing on muscles, not necessarily cardio at first, because the muscles will help enable better cardio later? Exactly.
But at the same time, if you go through one of these workouts, to say that you didn't get a great cardio workout, you'd be lying. By the time you're out of this workout, your heart rate is completely up. You might feel a little woozy walking out to your car. Your breath is coming in fast spurts. You know you have a good cardio workout, and it has the same effect as an aerobic workout, which is why we actually recommend having a nice rest period in between workouts of 72 hours. Your muscles need time to grow and to reestablish new muscles on top of them.
Well, what kind of results do people usually see when they start working out in this super slow manner?
Well, it's actually interesting. When I started it, some 2.5 years ago, my back was a mess. I was one of those weekend warriors. Within literally 3 sessions, my back started to improve. Beyond that, my tonnage started to improve. Beyond that, I started to lose weight without even having to diet. Now, of course, the results vary by individuals, but usually what you see is a quality of life indicator before you see a physical appearance indicator.
So what's the story here? I mean, you liked it so much, like Victor Kiam, you bought the company? Like, how did you get into it?
You know, basically that's what it was. I was looking for something that was a change to helping a corporate bottom line, to helping people, to making a difference to people's lives. And when I saw what Super Slow did across the country to so many people's lives, I wanted to be a part of that.
So it's super slow, but how long are these workouts?
20 minutes. 20 minutes or even less sometimes. They really, really are. You get in, you get out.
A workout in under 20 minutes?
And you can do it in your work clothes, which is the fun part. People come in straight from work, they come out, they go straight right back to work or back home, whatever the case might be.
No showering necessary.
No showering necessary. We keep it climate controlled, it's cool, and we have fans when you need them.
Let's talk about safety. Is age a factor in this at all?
14 to 90 and keep on rolling. Now, we have them in all levels throughout the country right now. I think my oldest client is 70 years old, and again, came because of a quality of life factor. And they are coming in basically to be able to go to the dishwasher and empty it without help, to get up from the floor without help, and they are already seeing some wonderful, wonderful improvements as a result.
Well, we saw some of this on the video, but let's now show folks what this is. Please help us here with this.
And again, it's sort of difficult to explain this without actually going through the exercise. What we end up doing on the machines that we have, the Nautilus machines, is we put you on the machine, and after we gauge the setting that we can sort of push you to the limit on, we have you go very slowly, taking 10 seconds to go up and down on the machine. Now, to use a hand weight as an example, and you should always do your weights nice and slowly, okay? Take this in the normal way, somebody will be like this, and you'll see them running around the park and lifting, but when you see that, you see my shoulder is going back and forth, right? So I am actually using a little bit of physics to affect the movement. What you want to do is slow it down so your muscle is actually doing the entire movement. Your strength is doing it, not the physics. So why don't you give it a shot and see the difference? I want you to take 10 seconds.
Okay, and I'll have you know,
just do a couple.
5-pound weights. The pythons usually take 50.
Oh, of
but
course.
I'll do the best of it.
So take 10 seconds to raise it and 10 seconds to lower it. Monitor what's going on in your breathing. Monitor what's going on in your shoulders. Keep it nice, slow, fluid as you're going through it.
Maybe not the best television, but some interesting resistance here in the muscle.
And you could do the same even with many of the exercises that you do at home. Try a leg squat. Try doing that 10 seconds down, 10 seconds up, and you will see what a major, major difference that makes in the exercise.
Oh, you're slowing me down so much. All the coffee I drank. It's just coming right.
And just breathe right through it. And again, what we're going to do is we would take that weight and you'll get to the point where literally it's like hitting a brick wall. You can no longer move it any further. That's the point of failure that we are trying to achieve, because that's what stimulates the muscular growth mechanism.
Interesting.
That's what we're trying to do.
A workout where success is failure.
Bingo.
Okay.
And exercise failure is a good thing.
Now, those that want to try this out, do you recommend that it's a style of exercise you do at home, or do you really think that it does need some supervision?
You know, I've been doing it for 2 some odd years myself. I have tried to work myself out on this. I prefer to do it with an instructor because of the safety factor. Your form will not be perfect. The instructor's there to monitor your form, your breathing, making sure that you conduct it in the safest manner possible. And of course, we're there to coach and push you a little bit further than you might push yourself.
Sounds cool. Hey, for more information, visit wellnesssecrets.tv. And if you want to visit the Super Slow Zone, call the number on your screen. When we come back, a final look at today's guests and what we learned. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. Welcome back to Living Well. So, what did we learn today? Chiropractic care is more than just popping and locking. That's what we learned from Dr. Victoria Hill at the Gateway Wellness Center. And if you want more information, it's right there on your screen, and her phone number. And aging can be addressed with medicine. Dr. Joel Lopez joined us on the program. If you want to learn a little bit more about his practice, the information is there, and drjlopez.com is the web address. And workouts don't have to be hard and heavy. You can take it slow at the Super Slow Zone. Marie Ortiz visited us and gave us all the information that you would want to know about a different kind of workout program. Our thanks to Drs. Hill and Lopez, along with Mrs. Ortiz. And if you have a health and wellness topic that you want to bring to the show, contact wellnesssecrets.tv. Catch us next time. That's Thursday at 11 a.m. And as we always say, if you're not living well, you're not living. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.